Alright, so we're here with William T. Butler, better known as Bill Butler. He's a cousin of mine, I believe third cousin, right, Bill?
Yeah, something like a third or fourth cousin.
Yeah, close enough, close enough. So Bill's got a background in quote-unquote home distillation. Used to do a little bit of it. He doesn't do it anymore, but he's got a lot of knowledge about it, and he knows a whole lot about it, and he's told me a lot about it, and I'm proud to carry on that heritage into the future. But anyhow, Bill, if you would, tell us a little bit about your background, who you are, and what you did for a living, and how you got into doing a little bit of distillation.
Well, I'm a tinsmith, a sheet metal worker out of Local 110 in Louisville, Kentucky. In 1976, I moved in next door to a man named Frank Truesdale. Made it all during Prohibition, sold it to everybody in the Jeffersonville courthouse and stuff. And anyway, I bought a little old $35 still, copper still, and he told me how to make some barley malt stuff. So I went to making that, but he'd only make a half a pint at a time. And I got tired of that little. So I went over to the sheet metal shop in Louisville, and I'd done a favor, and they had to give me another guy told them to give me a full sheet of 16 gauge copper. I took and brought that home and laid it in the kitchen floor and made the first still. He's got the picture of the first still.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I made on it, and then I got in a horse trade and stuff. And I traded that still off, and I went back and made me one out of stainless steel. And anyway, it was a 15-gallon outfit. That other one, the first one was, it'd only cook out 3 gallon of moonshine. And anyway, I started out on that barley malt, and I decided I wanted something different, so I switched to peaches. Tried peaches, tried fruit cocktail, tried pears, tried plums. I tried a little bit of everything. I went back to peaches because it tastes better, and the better brew out of it. And that's what you make it for, is a brew.
Yes, sir.
Taste of it.
Now, around what year did you start?
I started in 1976, and I went on. I just kept moving along and graduated up to that 15-gallon outfit.
We got good at it, yep.
And anyway, Frank told me, don't make a worm, make you a condenser. So
yep.
I made a stainless steel condenser to go on it. And I run it until last year.
Right.
14? Yeah, I run it till 1914.
Right.
And
2014, yeah.
And I turned it over to my adopted son.
Right.
And he hasn't made any in it since I turned it over to him.
Right.
But I used to come in on trade ground stuff. I'd make out of that first outfit and pack it down there, and I set it down with my beer cooler, a gallon of it. And I tell them boys, I said, that ain't water. Don't drink it like it's water. Come back later on there he was, passed out up against the trailer.
Right. Now I know you told me one of the things that a lot of the old moonshiners used to do, and one thing that you believe a lot in is your source water being...
The water is the main thing. I made the best, in my opinion, the best up here when I got up here and got on this sulfur water.
Right. Right.
It makes the best.
Yeah.
Got the best flavor to it, the taste, and everything.
Yeah.
It don't taste like sulfur water or nothing. It's got a real taste to it. And I learned that a lot of old-time whiskey makers would go for miles and pack sulfur water back.
Right. Right.
Cook it with in the mountains. And nobody else in my family ever made it that I ever know of. My dad tells little stories about stuff, but That's all I ever knew of it.
Right.
I didn't get into it till after he died.
Yeah, no, you took a lot of pride in what you did, and
I made the man that showed me how to make it. I made him a promise that I'd never sell a drop of it. I never did. I give a lot of it away, and I drank a lot of it.
Well, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
That's what I was always told, that it was made for drinking, not for collecting.
I never did hear no complaints on it now, but it's all free.
Right, right. Now, the other thing that you've said about your peach brandy too, that you told me recipe and all that stuff, was that you never did have a hangover off your peach brandy.
No, I'd have a dry, powdered mouth.
Right.
But never have a hangover off of it.
Good deal.
And I always figured it was a oak dye that goes into the whiskey, coloring the whiskey, you get the hangover off of it.
Right, right.
And
exactly.
now I drink a lot of Johnny Walker, he give me a hangover. Mine will not give me a hangover.
Right. Now, and I'm not going to give a recipe away to anybody or anything, but let me ask you this: your peaches that you used, were you using peaches off of a tree or out of a can?
I've used them off the trees.
Yeah, yeah.
But the best I found was out of the brought-on can.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's mine. I've tried everything. Now, the best I made it out of fruit grown on a tree was a orchard down in Bedford, Kentucky. I was riding a horse and found one down there, a plum orchard. I gathered up 3 sacks of plums, brought them home, poured them in a whiskey barrel, mashed them, picked a little girl up, put her over in there barefooted. She mashed them real good, and I put 60 pounds of sugar in there with it. Worked it 12 to 14 days, and picked it out, and that was the best tasting stuff that I ever cooked. Yeah. But I didn't know you could cook it over 2 or 3 times and just keep adding to it.
Right, right.
I didn't know that.
So kind of like
when I cooked it one time, I throwed it out, and I threw some real stuff away, learning as I went.
Yep. It's kind of like a sour mash. So you cook it off, and then you take back out of your still. And
I've cooked it 3 times, worked it 3 times, and cooked it.
Right. And just add sugar back to it.
Add sugar, yeast, and a few more peaches if you wanted to. Whatever you wanted, your taste bud would be to it, but you couldn't hurt it by adding more peaches.
Right, right.
He proved it. You proved it as you added 2 more gallons.
Right. And you take all that stuff, and did you ever take it and you'd hold on to, you'd run it off first time, and then you do the next one, then blend back and forth like that? Or?
No, I never did do that.
Gotcha.
All I ever did when my still puked, I boiled him too quick.
Yep.
Cloudy. I pour him back into her. One time it had 14 gallons of cloudy. I poured her back and run her, and the old man that told me how to make it showed me. He said that's rattlesnake whiskey when you run her back a second time, double her back.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Jump up and bite you.
Wheels out from underneath of you.
Right, right. Well, that's interesting. I appreciate it, Bill. And you're a true brandy distiller, and
well,
I'm proud to call you family, and I appreciate you sharing everything that you have with me.
Back a few years, but none of my people ever offered to make it. And this boy I let have that outfit, he ain't never tapped it one time.
Right.
Just sitting there.
Right. Yeah, it's there's a lot that goes into it, that's for sure. And, I think a lot of people think that doing that's easy. And
the reason I haven't said nothing to him is because I don't want to be no Indian giver.
Yeah.
And take it back or nothing.
Right.
Stick my nose in there where it don't belong.
Right. Yep. Well, Bill, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right.
And, we'll catch you later.
All right.